Hey everybody, the Gaming Guru 51 here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Crystal. In the last episode, we began our journey here in the Johto region by getting our starter Pokemon Cyndaquil. We got a mystery egg from Mr. Pokemon, and we got a phone call from Professor Elm saying that something bad has happened at his lab. And in this episode, we're going to go back to the lab to figure out what exactly has happened, because he seemed pretty urgent, and I'm worried for the guy, so I guess we shouldn't waste any of his time, because something bad has happened. Now, I kind of want to get into an encounter because there are some Pokemon you can only find at nighttime, since this is the first time that we're playing the game at night, and I want to see if we can find something. And ooh, yes we did. We found a Poliwag, which is one of the only Pokemon, or one of the few Pokemon here that we can find at night. Now, I would like to fight this thing. I mean, I guess I'll try it, but I mean, I believe Poliwag at this point has Bubble, and at this point, that does quite a bit of damage. Well, that's not as much as I was expecting. I'm not going to really waste too much time with it, because he's just going to take a lot of damage out of me to knock out, and I'm not really willing to take that much damage, because there is something that's going to be happening in 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. You got a Pokemon at the lab. What a waste, a wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, here we have our first trainer battle of the game. And it's with someone. And I only say that because we don't know his name. Question mark, question mark, question mark wants to battle. He's going to start things off with a Totodile, level 5, water type with the moves Scratch and Leer. Now, he's always going to have the starter that's better type-wise than yours. So if you pick Totodile, he's going to have a Chikorita. And if you pick Chikorita, he's going to have a Cyndaquil. And the cycle is just going to continue over and over and over again. And wow, he missed his Leer. You know what's really weird about trainers in this game? If they use a move that can inflict a status infliction, I believe they have a 1/4 chance of missing you. But if you use it on them, it's pretty much guaranteed. Like for example, if we use Leer, it's 100% accurate. But if a trainer used it on you, they have a chance of missing. And I don't know why that is. And I mean, look at it, it's missing again. Which is crazy, because I don't know why the game's programmed like that. Leer is normally a 100% accurate move. But I mean, look at this, guys. We took him down pretty quickly, in fact. Not bad at all. And we get a lot of experience. Oh! Oh, that hurts. Oh, we're so close to leveling up, man. My name is question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm going to be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. I'm sure you will. I'm really sad. I kind of want to fight a Pokemon just to get that level up, but I will in just a moment because we're going to be getting something that will allow us to catch Pokemon here in literally minutes. And that would be really nice, so I could talk about the Pokemon that we can find here in this route, even though we've seen pretty much all of them in this particular route, so whatever. We're going to head back to New Barktown now and get into Elm's lab to seeing exactly what happened now, because, again, we had that phone call. So let's go on in. I heard a Pokemon was stolen here. I was just getting some information from Professor Elm. Apparently it was a young male with long red hair. What? You battled a trainer like that? Did you happen to get his name? Well, his name was question mark, question mark, question mark. But of course I do know his name. And he is the name of one of my really good friends that I haven't really talked to in quite some time. And I mean, he used to play Pokemon with me all the time growing up. So I dedicate the rival name to him. My friend Jeremy. Okay, so Jeremy was his name. Thanks for helping my investigation. Cool stuff. Jamie, this is terrible. Oh yes, what was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? And we headed the mystery egg to Elm. This? But is it a Pokemon egg? If it is a great discovery. What? Professor Oak gave you a Pokedex? Jamie, if that's true, then that's incredible. He is superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. Wow, Jamie, you may have what it takes to become the champion. You seem to be getting on great with Pokemon too. You should take on the Pokemon Gym Challenge. The closest gym would be the one in Violet City. Jamie, the road to the championship will be a long one. Before you leave, make sure that you talk to your mom. Alrighty, and before I even do that, we're going to heal our Pokemon here because he took quite a bit of a beating in that battle, and I would love to heal him just to make sure he's good for the upcoming fights later on. And we get some Pokeballs from the aid. Now we have the ability to catch Pokemon, which is great, because now I can start talking about the Pokemon that we can find in the routes in this game, which is going to be a doozy. These next couple minutes are just going to be me talking a lot about the Pokemon that we can find in many routes, so bear with me for a moment. Well, that's a cute Pokemon. Where did you get it? So you're leaving on an adventure. Okay, I'll help too. But what can I do for you? I know, I'll save money for you. On a long journey, money's important. Do you want me to save your money? No. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now go on. Now your mom could save your money in this game. She could take a portion of what you earn from trainers and then store it, and then she will call you when she buys something for you without you asking, or without her asking you. However, I don't like that feature too much, so I'm just going to keep all the money that I get from battles. I've seen you a couple times. How many Pokemon have you caught? Would you like me to show you how to catch Pokemon? Normally I would say no and do it myself, but I think this would be a great time to talk about some battles, or some Pokemon in this route. So starting off with Rattata, which you can find in this route. Speaking of Rattata, now Rattata is your average normal type Pokemon. It's really not that good. I mean, there are better Pokemon out there. I mean, any Pokemon really is better than Rattata. I mean, let's be honest here, it's just your average normal type. Not that good at all, but I mean, if you really want it, I say go for it. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. And another Pokemon you can find here in the morning and daytime is Pidgey. Now, Pidgey is your, again, average normal flying type that you can find early on. And it's your average Pokemon. I personally like it because I always used it for nostalgia purposes. But I mean, it's not a bad Pokemon, it's just average, of course. Another Pokemon you can find here only at nighttime is Hoot Hoot. Speaking of which, a Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot is pretty weird because it is bulky in its defensive stats. Not only that, it learns some really obscure psychic type moves later on, like Hypnosis. I believe it can also learn Psybeam. And I believe it can also learn Psychic as well. So I mean, it's a pretty cool Pokemon. I just don't think I'll use it because, I mean, I never really liked Hoot Hoot in its evolution to begin with. Alright, so another Pokemon you can find here only in the morning and daytime is Sentret. Now, Sentret is a cool Pokemon, and it's good, but not for battle. Sentret is only good if you want to use it as an HM Slave, which are moves that allow you to access certain areas of the game, otherwise normally. So, if you really want to use it for an HM Slave, I say go for it. It's pretty good in that regard. It can learn a lot of moves like that, HM moves. Otherwise, it's really not that good. And then the final Pokemon you can find here, only in the morning and daytime, is Hoppip. Hoppip is absolute garbage. It's weak to a lot of common types in the game, and I mean, it's really not that good. It's even harder, it's even really difficult to train because it's only good, its only move that it gets is Splash, which is horrible. Also, we're level 8 now, which is fantastic. Now, I want to take a second to go up here because there are some Pokemon that we can find only in this route. Not only in this route, but there are some new Pokemon that we can find in this route. Route 46, so one of them is going to be Geodude. Now, Geodude is your common ground and rock type Pokemon. It's pretty good defensively, however, it's really weak to common types like water and grass, and they're double weak to that. So, I mean, I personally wouldn't use it because of that, but I mean, if you really like Geodude, go for it. Another Pokemon you can find here only in the morning and daytime is Spearow. Spearow is, I think, better than Pidgey offensively. It's more frail than Pidgey, but I mean, it's not going to matter because it's also faster than Pidgey. So I say if you really want to use a Spearow, go for it. It's still your average normal flying type. It's just better than your typical normal flying type like Pidgey. Another Pokemon you can find here only in the morning with a 5% chance is Vampy. Vampy is a really good ground type. It's a really unique Pokemon. Just be warned for when you battle it, it will run away from you sometimes, so if you find it, just try to catch it. Hope you get lucky, because it does have the chance of running away. I don't know what the percentage of that is, but just know that it does happen. And then the final Pokemon you can find here only in Gold and Silver is Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is your average normal type. It doesn't have the fairy typing like it does in Gen 6, so don't get your hopes up about that. It's, again, your average normal type. It learns a lot of cool moves like Thunderbolt, Flamethrower. I believe it can learn Flamethrower. Normal types are known to learn really good moves, like a lot of diverse moves. So I mean, if you want Jigglypuff for that, I say go for it. However, it can only evolve with a Moonstone in this game. So just be warnful of that. And the evolutionary stones don't come easy in this game, just to keep you guys in mind of that. Talking about wild Pokemon is really difficult, especially when there are quite a bit of Pokemon to go over. So, now that we're done with that, it is time to move on, because, well, there are some more wild encounters that we need to talk about as well in the route above, which is Route 30. So I guess we'll talk about those. So in Route 30, we have some pretty good types, well, Pokemon here. Actually, you know what? I will save that for just a second, because there is going to be a great time where I'm going to be able to talk about those Pokemon. And I really don't want to fight Poliwag. I really don't. So I'm just going to run away here. Okay, so let's get up here, and then, so we need to head to Violet City, which is this way. Normally if you come up here it's going to be blocked off, but if you do the thing with the rival battle and the egg and the thing, you can get up here now. And here we have our first actual trainer battle. I just lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak. Come on, let's battle. Well, that's not nice. So trainer battles in this game are really good for experience because they give you more experience than your typical normal wild encounters. So I've saved the wild encounters for this moment. So let's start with those. So the first Pokemon you can find here only in Gold and Crystal in the morning and daytime is Caterpie and Metapod. Now, those two are really not good. They're your average bug types. They're not good at all. I mean, when they evolve to Butterfree, I guess it's good. They evolve at level 10. If you're evolving Caterpie to Metapod, it evolves at level 7. So it's an early evolution, which is really good. However, Butterfree is only good early on. It's not good for much else besides that. So, and Youngster Joey was defeated. Ah, I lost again. Doggone it. Doggone it. What kind of name? What kind of word is that? You're a Pokemon trainer, right? Then you have to battle. Alright, I guess I will battle you too. Another Pokemon you can find here in Silver and Crystal is Weedle and Kakuna. Now they're counterparts to Caterpie and Metapod. When they evolve to Beedrill, it's really not that good. To be honest, I prefer Butterfree over Beedrill, but if you really want it, go for it. Again, it's one of those early bird evolutions, so it's not too bad at all. Another Pokemon you can find here in Silver and Crystal, only in the morning, is Ladybug. Now, Ladybug kind of sucks. It's bulky, but that's all it's got. It doesn't have any good moves. Its physical attack its attacking stats are awful, and I just wouldn't recommend it to anybody. To be honest with you, it's just not good. Spinarak is another Pokemon you can only find in Gold and Crystal only at nighttime. Spinarak is your average bug and poison type. Again, it's just one of those bad types. It's not that good. Even when it evolves to Ariados, it's not that good. I mean, I've never really used it because it's not that good, but I mean, if you want to, go for it. And of course, Cinder is now level 9. Nice! Now, I would really love to learn a certain move right now because that will help us in taking down these trainers just a little bit faster. Alrighty, let's continue on through here. There is a person that I don't think is a trainer. I'm not a trainer. But if you look in the eyes, prepare to battle. Alright, sounds good to me. And of course, another wild encounter here. In nighttime and Crystal only, you can find Poliwag. Now, Poliwag, I personally would recommend. Poliwag is a really good water type. It's fast, and it evolves two separate ways in this game. It can evolve into Poliwhirl and then into Poliwrath via a Water Stone, or evolve into Politoed via a King's Rob for trades. Now, Politoed is really good later on in Gen 5 because it has the ability Drizzle, which creates rain. Not in this game. There are no abilities in this game, so it's really not going to be that good for you. Poliwrath is a physical attacker. I mean, it has water type moves, so it's... Oh, of course, and I get poisoned. So poison in this game just lowers your HP every turn. I mean, unless you're badly poisoned, then it lowers it by double each turn. And good thing, I picked up a nice good old antidote, or else I wouldn't be able to heal the poison. And I need to heal, that's something I need to be doing. Alright, let's fight you now. Instead of a bug Pokemon, I found a trainer. Alright, I guess you did. So another Pokemon you can find here only at night in Crystal is Zubat. Now, Zubat is a pretty good Pokemon. I personally love Zubat and its evolutionary line. I wouldn't have liked it in the first generation, but I do like it in this game because it gets Crobat. We got Crobat in this game. Crobat is a really good Pokemon. It's really fast. It only evolves through friendship from Golbat, so I mean, it takes a little bit of leveling up and raising its happiness to do so. But if you do, you won't regret it. It will be a great member of your team. Don't get me wrong. I personally love Zubat. And then another Pokemon you can find here in Crystal in the daytime is Marill. Now, Marill, it's not the god tier Pokemon that it is in Gen 6. So I say no to it, especially since it does get huge power until Gen 3, and even then it's not that good. So all in all, it's just not a good Pokemon in this game. It doesn't get better until Gen 6, so I say pass it up until then. Okay, let's miss our tackles here, and of course get tackled ourselves, and everything will just be a bad time. Alright, let's kill off the Caterpie. And there we go. And not a level up. I would like to hit level 10, that would be great. And I guess I am too strong. Sure enough. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Alright, so what do we got here? Route 31. There are some new Pokemon we can find here in this route. Only a couple. One of them being Bellsprout. Now, Bellsprout, I've used it in Fire Red. I think it's a great Pokemon. The only problem with its evolutionary family is that it doesn't learn any good moves unless you give it TMs. So if that's not stopping you, go for it. It's a really good Pokemon. Also, evolutionary stones, as I mentioned before, are not that easy to come across, so it will take some time. And of course, I'm poisoned. Please kill it. Please knock it out. Okay, good. Oh man, if I didn't knock it out, that would just be a bad time. Now we're level 10. Yes. And I still didn't get the one move that I wanted, which is a shame. Alright, let's go ahead and heal off Cinder here. I could just off-screen go back to a Pokemon Center, but I'm not going to do that because I don't really want to be honest. Now, another Pokemon you can find here in Crystal only at nighttime is going to be Ghastly. Ghastly is a fantastic Pokemon. Really good Pokemon. It's really good. It's powerful. It evolves into Gengar via trade from Haunter, and it's really good. Now, I don't have much to say about it because it's just that good. Everybody knows how good Gengar is. Also, we have the Dark Cave here. There are a certain amount of Pokemon we can find in this area. One of them being Zubat, who we already talked about. But one interesting Pokemon you can find here, I believe only in the morning, is Teddiursa. Now, Teddiursa, just like Vampy, has a chance of running away. But if you can try to catch it with that 1% chance, then go for it. I believe Dunsparce can also be found here. If I'm not mistaken. Now, Dunsparce is a Pokemon that's garbage. I don't recommend it whatsoever. It's not that good. So if you really want it, go for it. But this is the Pokemon that I have been trying to find. Zubat. Now, it is a female, which is kind of silly. I want one as a male because I do have a great nickname for it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find one as a male. And then I'll meet you guys back when I find one. Would you believe me if I told you it took me about 10 minutes to find a male Zubat? Because it did. But now that we have found one, we're going to catch this thing for our team. Because I really love Zubat that much that I'm deciding to use it on my team for this series. So I'm pretty excited about it. And the only reason why I want a male one is because I have a great nickname that I want to use it for. So I think I'm going to do that. And also, if I haven't mentioned, Dunsparce, which you can find in this area, can only be found in Silver and Crystal, and it's a pretty rare encounter, so if you really want it that bad, go for it, but honestly, it's really not that good. It doesn't even warrant looking for it, to be honest. But we have found our Zubat, and what am I going to name it? Well, I'm gonna give a nice little throwback to my Skyward Sword Blind LP, and I'm going to name this Zubat, if I can find the letters here. I think it's Patro. I don't even know how you spell it. I think it's this. Yeah, Batro. That is what I'm naming this Zubat. So there we go. We got a new member of our team. Let's take a look at it really quick just to see what it's got. It is level 2, so I mean it's gonna be a pain to train. But I will be training it just a little bit off screen just in case, so we can use it for battles in the next episode because I do want to give it some battles in the next episode. So I'm going to train it just a little bit so it can get a little bit stronger. And here we have another fruit-bearing tree which contains a bitterberry. And I believe bitterberries can heal confusion? Let me take a quick look at that as well. I don't really remember. Yeah, it does. It heals confusion. Cool. I remember things. Huh? I walked too far today looking for Pokemon. My feet hurt and I'm sleepy. If I were a wild Pokemon, I'd be easy to catch. Ugh. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and fight some trainers, I guess. I caught a bunch of Pokemon. Let me battle with you. Alright, I guess we'll have another battle. Hopefully Cyndaquil can have a few more battles considering it's running out of tackles. So we just have to make sure we knock them out. And of course we find Caterpies. Level 2 Caterpies, so I mean it's not that bad. But I really want Cyndaquil to knock these things out or else it's going to be useless. Please knock it out. Are you kidding me? That means we need to knock out every single Pokemon in one hit. Or else we're going to have a bad time. Alright, let's get rid of you. Okay, good. We get like no experience for this at all. I mean, they are level 2. Maybe Patro can handle it. I'm not getting my hopes up. But I mean, we'll give it a shot, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Patro does really bad and he just dies. And the Caterpie is faster. Alright, let's give it a good old leech life here. Oh boy, this is going to be a really bad time. Alright. Well, that's not gonna work for me. I need to switch out of here right now. Cinder, get back on the playing field here. Get back in the game. You got some battles to do. And by that I mean, I need to leer you in order to hit you in one hit, or else you're gonna not kill anything because you're gonna run out of tackles before then. Which is bad. I can't believe I'm resorting to using leer on level 2 Pokemon, but if it's our only way of knocking them out, then I have no choice. And the 10 experience is pathetic. Goodness gracious, and now we have Weedles too. Oh boy, I'm excited for this. And it's level 3. Well, let's give it a good old leer. I'm going to actually leer it twice, just to be sure that I can kill it without not killing it. Because like I said, really? Really? This is really stupid. I really shouldn't have not used... I'm saying really a lot now. Please don't let that be the word of the LP, because I know in every Let's Play I seem to come up with a word that I say over and over and over again. And that's just not okay. Let's just get rid of these Pokemon quickly without too many problems here. Our last Pokemon here is going to be a Caterpie. Alright, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. What's level 3? Level 2? Alright, let's give it one leer, knock it out in one hit, and we will be done and I won't have to battle anymore. Hopefully for the rest of this video, because I need to heal badly. Goodness gracious. And if that tackle had missed, I would have cried. But there we go. We did it, guys. A pretty painful battle. Sweet. Aw. Yes, we did it. Nice. Now let's get this item, which contains a Pokeball. Sweet, so now we can catch more Pokemon. I am okay with that. Now please, no more trainers. Is there any more trainers here? Ugh, not doing this. Alright, we made it out of that mess alive. I found the good Pokemon in Dark Cave. I'm going to raise it to take on Faulkner. He's the leader of Violet City's gym. And that he is. But if we come across here... Hooray, we're in Violet City! Oh, thank goodness. And Cinder fainted. But that's not really an issue, because we're going to heal our Pokemon, and everything is going to be a-okay. Everything will be just fine. We can heal Cinder and Patro, and they will be ready for the next episode, where we explore Violet City and what it has to offer. This place does have pretty cool things, so I guess we'll explore it next time. So, with that being said, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time for some more Pokemon Crystal. See you guys then.